Hey everybody, this is Joe.
Hi, I'm Dee.
And this is Candid at the Movies. This time we're going to talk about the 2023 film that we watched on Netflix called Leave the World Behind. It's starring Julia Roberts, Mahershala Ali, Ethan Hawke, and Myha'la Harold, featuring Kevin Bacon. He got a little bit in there. And also there's a couple child actors that I will give you their names later, especially the young daughter. So Dee, what you think about this movie?
So I had to sit and do a second attempt because the first watch for me, I got maybe 30 minutes in. I was like, I can't watch this. I feel very paranoid. So second attempt. I enjoyed it except for the ending. I thought it was really well done. The way that they do, it does the first hour was really interesting to me because there wasn't a whole lot that was going on. Like there was a lot of like lead up and build up, but the music choice that they used, it was almost like a unsettling in my spirit. Like I was waiting for something to happen, but
it's definitely a thriller.
Yes, it's definitely a thriller. I was waiting for something to happen, but I didn't know what I was expecting. And then when things popped off, it was like, oh, was not expecting none of that. Okay, all right. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. The actors do a phenomenal job with the material. Julia Roberts plays a great misanthrope.
Yeah.
Like, she really hates people.
I identify with Julia Roberts.
Mahershala Ali's character, his ability to remain calm in the midst of chaos is a rare gem that is not found anywhere.
A lot of places. Yeah. But he played an extremely logical person.
Logical in the midst of chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because of what I do for work, I could probably see myself being like that.
Yeah.
In fact, you see how I act in chaos.
Yeah. You are very logical.
Yeah.
Where I am, the world is on fire.
What do you think is going to happen? Don't worry about what I think. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I think. The only thing that matters are the facts and what's happening, and I don't know very much, so let's just hang out and chill and try to figure out what's happening. And that was Mahershala Ali's character. And Ethan Hawke played the husband who I didn't really vibe with like that.
He played a professor, and so his demeanor when things went down made sense. Because he was a professor of media studies.
Yeah.
And so he was looking at what was happening through the lens of how could I teach this potentially, but yeah.
And Myha'la was hardcore. Okay, she played somebody named Ruth.
The
daughter.
Team Ruth all the way.
Played the daughter of Mahershala Ali, which if you know her real age is actually really funny. But she looks really young, so she played the mess out of that character.
Yes, she did.
She did a wonderful job. I think everybody, including the children actors, but I got to give a special shout out to Alexis Ray for Lenza, who played Danny's daughter, Danny and Amanda's daughter. Mm-hmm. She was basically the unheard, and that's all I'm going to give you as far as that.
Yeah, doing any more would actually spoil it.
Yeah. But the thing that made me love this movie so much was not just the plot. The plot was very solid, and to me, the lines were delivered very well, but the camera work.
Let's talk about camera work.
The zooming
in and the zooming out, and the way that they placed different objects to draw your attention to.
Environmental storytelling.
Yes, that's what it was. Environmental storytelling.
And I think that a lot of people really will not vibe with this movie because they can't get off of their phones.
Yeah.
So get off of your phone.
You have to pay attention to the entire
movie. Watch it. Watch all of it.
You can't doom scroll and watch this at the same time.
You can't.
This is not a both and situation. It's either or.
You got to give this your attention.
Full attention.
And if this is not the type of movie that you want to put on in the background.
No, not at all. You have to pay attention.
I can understand the reason why some people may not like this film because your what is it? Your thought processes, the way that you see the world, and your attention span isn't great enough. expand your attention span. Try with this film. Like, really try to pay attention. Because I know this one probably should have came out in theaters.
And yeah, it should
This
have
one probably, Netflix, if there's any movie that you should have put out in theaters, it should have been this one.
That went to theaters.
Yeah.
Even if you did a limited run.
Even if you did just a week. This one needed to be in theaters. Because it requires attention. And I feel like with the camera work, with the pinwheel effect that they did, with the environmental storytelling that they did, it was worthy of the big screen. And I feel like, unfortunately, we didn't get that. But that's the only thing that makes me mad, because I really enjoyed this movie. It is a big thriller. I personally enjoyed the end, because if you were paying attention, you'll see why the daughter did what she did.
Yeah.
You'll see why, and you'll be able to put those things together.
When I first finished the film, I hated the ending, and then after I sat with it for a little bit more, I understand. Still don't like it, but I understand.
Yeah.
Where she was coming from.
Yeah, like, to me, it's not even a matter of like this has been led to like a to me, it's not even a matter of like this is being left up to your thought processes as to what happens next. No, the daughter was telling you the whole time, just nobody listened to her. Yeah. So with that, I'm not even going to give you any spoilers. Just go when you watch this movie, treat yourself, but pay attention to the little girl. Pay specific attention to her, because she may seem like an afterthought. Just like how a lot of times we as adults don't pay attention to what the kids are saying and to what the animals are doing. Right.
Truth, brutally honest.
And we don't pay attention to what the animals are doing.
Because the animals have been saying stuff since day one.
Since day one.
Scene 1, Act 1, animals were telling you what's
going on. And I'll have to say it like this. This movie with the storytelling is probably on my top 10.
For 2023?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So what would you give it as a score?
Oh, I'd give it an A-.
A-?
I'd give it an A-.
I'm going A+.
Okay.
Yeah. No, A++. Like, I'm sorry. I'm a big fan of storytelling. Like, this really the
storytelling in this is really, really, really good.
Yeah. Yeah. It made me feel things.
Be in your feelings.
Don't be weird. Anyway.
With that,
I've been Joe.
I've been Dee.
And this has been Candid at the Movies. Dee, tell them where to find you.
You can find me on Instagram at IamDStafford.
All right, now, y'all have a fantastic day. We love y'all.
Bye.